Everyone wants MEXT scholarship, and that is the problem. If you skip this video, you might lose 1 to 3 years, academic years of your life. Not because you could not get an admission, not because Japan rejected you, the universities did not accept you. The reason is because you are waiting for one scholarship which is highly competitive. I am Dipti Singh, your education counselor for Japanese universities. This video is specifically for students who are targeting MEXT scholarship, and it's a non-negotiable for them. They believe they will go to Japan if only they get this scholarship. I will tell you what the problem with this process and this strategy is. So in today's video, we are going to discover some realities about MEXT scholarship and also look at how other students, Indian students specifically, are studying in Japan currently. Are they all MEXT scholars? If not, what are the kind of scholarships they are receiving and how they are able to sustain their living expenses and tuition fees in Japanese universities. So for years now, I have been guiding students, and we receive many queries from students who have pinned their hopes on only one scholarship, which is MEXT scholarship. So MEXT scholarship, I'm sure all of you are aware, it is a fully funded scholarship from the government of Japan, and it covers your tuition fee as well as living expenses with a very decent stipend, and also it covers various other expenses that you might incur as a student while you are staying in Japan. It also gives you an opportunity to study Japanese language for one dedicated year before you start your education in Japan in an undergraduate program. And for master's students as well, there is a provision of MEXT scholarship. More details you can find on the video that is tagged above. But before we proceed, I want to just tell you that although this scholarship is so prestigious, it's so glorified, and it is for scholars who receive it, definitely it can be a life-altering moment for them, and it really does help. It has helped many students realize their dream of studying in Japan. But we have to be realistic, and that is why I want to share some numbers with you. So, for Indian students, for example, who are applying through Embassy of Japan for undergraduate program, the seat availability is about 12 seats for undergraduate. Similarly, for masters also, the number of seats is somewhere close to that, and in all, basically, the number of applicants for these limited seats, they are in many thousands, right? So when you are looking at the probability of you receiving this scholarship, it is not a very high chance. So which is why let's look at some alternatives. What if you don't get this scholarship? Then what is the next best strategy that you can have as a student who wants to study in Japan? So most international students who are currently studying in Japan are not MEXT scholars. Most of these students, and after guiding so many students through the years, let me tell you, they are mostly studying on university scholarships. These university scholarships can range between 10% to 100% tuition waiver. And then there are other scholarships like JASO scholarship, there are private scholarships, and there are other scholarships which are provided by the local government, prefecture government and local government in Japan. These are the sources of scholarships for students who are currently studying in Japan, not necessarily MEXT scholarship. And which is why if you are going to pin all your hopes on MEXT scholarship, there are certain risks that you will be taking. Risk number one, you will be losing an entire academic year. So let's say you get through the initial screening, and you're very hopeful that you will make it through, but competition is so stiff that if you don't make it through the final selection, you lose an entire year in that case. Second risk, your gap year. Let's say you think that since I made it so far and I should wait for another year and apply again. It can work, but please understand the quality of other applicants can change and they can be better applicants. You cannot really be sure about, being such a competitive scholarship, you can't really be sure about it. In that case, your gap year is going to just increase, right? And imagine you are still in your home country and you have not applied to any university and you're waiting for one scholarship which is very competitive and you have had no exposure in all these years. So these are some of the risks that you must consider when you are planning to retake that MEXT or depend on just one scholarship that is MEXT. Let me tell you, Japan really favors students who are consistent. They want to see their academic performance. They want to see their attendance. So most students who are receiving these scholarships have already enrolled to Japanese universities. So my suggestion to students is to have a plan and strategy. So I want to give you some practical tips on how to plan your study in Japan. So one, treat MEXT as one of the options. It cannot be your only hope, right? So it can be one of the options and you do apply for the scholarship, and if you get it, great. If you don't, you just go on with your other alternatives, which is university scholarships and other scholarships that you hope that you get. And many students, I would say large number of students in Japan, international students, are able to secure some or the other form of scholarship. Second is to apply for multiple intakes. So don't hope only for one intake. So there is April intake and also October intake in Japan. So you can apply for both the intakes in case you are not able to make it in the first intake. Third is focus on your documentation. So which means a strong SOP and strong recommendations, and focus on a strong application. So you must focus on having a strong SOP, you must focus on having great recommendations, and meanwhile you should keep building your profile. Open to partial funding. Do not compare your scholarships, please. Don't say X student in my school received 80% scholarship, why did I receive only 50%? Please trust me, even with 50% scholarship, Japanese tuition fee is way more affordable. It is, it's unbelievably affordable. So which is why you should not kill that joy by comparison. And also you must value the scholarship that you get and start your journey instead of waiting for one scholarship. Don't pause for one result, don't pause for one scholarship. This is my recommendation. Just keep going, and you don't know what lies at the end of the tunnel. Maybe a better plan for you and many other scholarships can reach you once you start your journey, and that is what happens with most students who end up in Japan. So to close this video, this was a message because we have consistently been receiving these queries, and I want to share this message with everybody that there are multiple funding options in Japan. Do not just rely on MEXT scholarship, just keep going, and there will be a way and you will be able to fund yourself. And my message to all the students in the end is keep going, but at the same time be realistic and keep MEXT as one of the options, not the only option. Thank you for watching the video, and like and subscribe please, and share the video with your friends if you know anybody who is highly dependent on this scholarship. Don't forget to share this video with them.